Tonight on CBS 19, school buses caught barreling through red lights, some with students on board.
Dozens of school bus drivers ticketed for the traffic offense.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's kind of scary.
CBS 19 investigates where this is happening, how often, and what's being done to stop it.
We feel like the safest place should be on a school bus.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Landis.
And I'm Samuel King in for Jillian tonight. Parts of our area under a flash flood watch due to the heavy rain moving in.
Let's go to our chief meteorologist, John Adams, for a preview of the forecast.
Yeah, and we've had a lot.
CBS 19 investigates tonight. Most of us have probably run a red light or almost run a red light at some point. A lot of us have gotten a ticket for that.
But what happens when you roll through a yellow or worse and 60 children are sitting in the back seat? CBS 19's Field Sutton went to Longview, where red light runners get caught on camera.
He actually found school buses barreling through intersections a lot more often than you might think.
And so folks might be wondering about Tyler ISD, maybe the most similar in size to Longview.
So we talked to them about that. They're saying they just get 1 or 2 tickets a year, period, across their entire fleet. Of course, it's really hard to draw a comparison there because we just don't have the red light cameras in Tyler that we have in Longview. So completely different situation.
I'll tell you one thing, looking at that video is really compelling.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Scary.
Good work there, Field. Thanks.
Well, in fact, we're going to post that raw video from all of the red light tickets that we found for the Longview buses.
That'll be on CBS19.tv. Just click on the hot button. Demonstrators gathering tonight in Ferguson, Missouri after 2 police officers were shot overnight in a similar protest. Investigators are still looking for the gunman who opened fire. One officer was shot in the shoulder, the other in the face. Both were treated and released.
By God's grace.
The flare-up of violence here came just hours after Ferguson's police chief resigned. Last week, the Justice Department found that Tom Jackson's police force had a practice of racial bias against African Americans. A motorcyclist recovering after a pretty nasty crash on Tyler's South Loop. Police say speed is to blame for the wreck near T.K. Gorman High School just before 2 o'clock. Witnesses say the motorcycle rider was flying down the loop when he T-boned a car. He was taken to the hospital. His injuries unknown tonight. The driver of the car is just fine. The condition improving for a girl badly injured in a crash that killed her mother last week. Ashley Register is out of the ICU and is listed in good condition. Austin is the largest no-kill city in the entire country, but a bill filed in the state legislature could put that no-kill status at risk. Austin lawyer Ryan Clinton helped create the city's no-kill shelters. He's now worried that HB 1274 would essentially allow those animals to die.
Essentially making it illegal for the...
A lobbyist for the bill says its intent is to have medical care provided by licensed professionals, not volunteers. The Austin Animal Advisory Commission is working to agree on a final recommendation to present to the city council so they can decide how they want to lobby the folks at the Capitol. Thousands of Texans being threatened with jail time for students not attending school. And I found out why even the state's chief judge wants changes to the truancy law. 64-year-old. And the Texas Appleseed Project points out that many school districts don't even keep track of data on referring truancy cases for criminal charges. Lawmakers passed the state's truancy law back in 1995 to improve high school graduation rates. Supporters argued students and their parents need to be held accountable. So far, more than 20 bills have been filed to reform the state's truancy law. A safety alert now. 5 people in Kansas sickened after eating Bluebell ice cream contaminated with listeria. 3 of those people died from the bacterial disease. The frozen treats produced at Bluebell's facility in Brenham, Texas. All of the patients were given the ice cream bars while hospitalized for unrelated causes. Infections happened from January 2014 to January of this year. Bluebell stopped production of these products and has removed them from store shelves. If you have them in your freezer, you should throw them out. Bluebell ice cream cups, pints, or half gallons are not affected. For another look at this list, head to CBS19.tv. New information now. A Wisconsin judge orders 2 girls to stand trial as adults for trying to kill their friend to please the fantasy horror character Slender Man. The judge made the decision today after a nearly month-long preliminary hearing. It was last May when the girls lured a friend into the woods and stabbed her repeatedly, leaving her to die. She survived. All 3 girls were 12 at the time. The University of Oklahoma fraternity under fire for a racist video hires a high-profile attorney. The group is hoping he can reinstate the OU chapter of Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Justin Doherty tells us how he's looking to do that without going to court. And Jones is best known for representing convicted Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh. The Army veteran who jumped the White House fence and made it into the mansion pleads guilty. Omar Gonzalez admitted to the September 19th incident. He was carrying a knife at the time, ammunition, and a machete, and 2 hatchets were found in his car. The first family not home at the time. Gonzalez faces up to a 1.5 years in prison when he's sentenced in June. And new tonight, homelessness and being unemployed affect many people in the nation, even right here in Tyler.
But for 2 women from East Texas, employment was their salvation. CBS 19's Ryan Moy tells us how they overcame homelessness.
Really important things to remember.
Yep.
And still ahead tonight on CBS 19 News at 10, Doc has your weekend forecast.
Also, a boy gets to live out his dream of being part superhero, thanks to a robotic arm. And the gift couldn't have come from a more perfect person.
Plus, Pope Francis reflects on his 2 years at the Vatican, the biggest change for him so far when we return. One good thing about all this rain is it's good sleeping weather.
It is. If there's one good thing out of it, it is that, and it's good for the legs.
If you don't mind web feed.
Well, that is true.
Okay.
It's every young boy's dream to have superpowers. One Florida boy gets his wish thanks to a superhero from the big screen. Iron Man, in this case also known as actor Robert Downey Jr., presented 7-year-old Alex Pring with his very own bionic arm. Alex's missing arm is being replaced with the Iron Man-inspired limb. His mom says he wanted a new prosthesis so he wouldn't get teased.
Yeah, it makes me feel really bad.
We won't have to worry about that now. Alex's new arm was created by engineering student Albert Monero, who builds and donates 3D printed bionic limbs to kids around the world.
That is a cool story.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Okay, she's not a black cat, but she sure does enjoy this Friday the 13th.
Coming up, find out what record this cat now holds as she celebrates another year of life.
And a woman going for pizza becomes a topping herself. See why dough wasn't the only thing being tossed around as this pizza shop took place. It was quite something to see after the break. He hops off the car's hood and is able to walk away. The driver apparently hit the gas pedal instead of the brake. You never heard of that before, have you? And that's what caused the accident. Amazingly, no one seriously hurt.
I'm sure she felt that a little bit later, though. It's a big catch you have to see to believe. A team caught what may be the world's largest documented freshwater fish. This giant stingray was wheeled in from a Thailand river, and about 800 pounds to 14 by 8 foot pregnant stingray was reeled in by a team led by nature conservationist Jeff Corwin. It appears the stingray was actually caught before because it had a microchip. Oh, the SFA Lumberjacks looking to begin another successful postseason tonight. I think this is their lucky night, too.
Yeah, that's right. It starts with the Southland tournament, and then you hope you get to the big tournament, the NCAA tournament. They got to start tonight.
Tough break for Darvish.
Yeah, it is. And the Rangers, more injury problems. It's starting already for the team.
They don't need that.
No, they don't.
Doc has the weekend forecast after the break.
We'll be right back. All right. Well, thanks for watching KYTX CBS 19 News at 10.
Be sure and catch the weekend edition of CBS 19 News at 10 and have a great night and a great weekend.